Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Awesome Radio on WECU 107.5 PM and 1570 AM. I am absolutely thrilled that you are here to join us in this powerful broadcast. Get Life Educational Empowerment. This dynamic progress based program is designed to educate, encourage, and empower students, families, educators, as well as communities with practical tips that are needed to get it together, to unite, problem solve, close gaps, build bridges, and rise to meet the challenges of today's educational landscape. And when we get it together, we also live in full expectancy, applying the skills and the strategies that we've learned along with a growth mindset to thrive and elevate. This will totally improve our educational journeys together. I am your host, Sherida Suggs, and I invite you to tune in every Tuesday from 3 to 4 p.m. as we explore real experiences from today's schools and communities. Instead of dwelling on barriers, Get Life helps us to focus on solutions. It helps us to focus on collaboration and meaningful growth so that every learner, whether the learner is in the classroom as a classroom leader, a teacher, a student, a parent, or even a community partner, such as yourself, will have the opportunity to strive, thrive, and join in helping others as well. So, with Get Life, we believe in educational abundance, strong schools, strong families, and strong futures. So, let's learn together. Let's educate each other. Let's engage, be inspired as we equip one another with real world strategies, tips, and collaborative solutions fueled with empowered mindsets. Today, let's turn challenges into growth. Let's work together to ignite potential and create success for every achiever. I would like to introduce myself again. I am your host, Sherida Suggs. I am your partner. I am also a principal, educational coach, motivational speaker, and dedicated advocate for student success. My heart, as well as my mission, is rooted in utilizing my gifts to inspire, uplift, and empower others through education. My motto, Get Life, GITLIFE, stands for Get It Together, Live in Full Expectancy. It reflects on my very strong belief that when we come together, when we problem solve, when we apply what we've learned, we open the door to stronger and better futures, as well as successful outcomes. So, as a speaker and educator, I am very passionate about helping families, communities, educators, and parents to navigate challenges and take purposeful steps for a better educational future beyond the classroom and also in life. I am also a host, a tutor, educational consultant, and the founder of Get Life Empowerment Solutions, where I support teachers and educational communities in finding practical solutions for the challenges that we face. Every part of my journey is faced and based on helping people to find solutions to challenges that we face. You are my partner. You are my co host. You are my collaborators. And we are better together. We're stronger together. So, with that said, come on, let's get it together. Let's live in full expectancy and let's empower education. Good afternoon, listeners, and welcome to a brand new season of growth, learning, and possibilities on the Awesome Radio Network. This January, this day, this beginning, this 2026, this new year, we are blessed to be here and we are launching beginning of educational empowerment with this broadcast. This show is dedicated to helping students, educators, families, communities to step into this year with energy, focus, and confidence. We're going to start this year strong. The start of a new year in education is more than just a calendar change. It's a chance to reset. It's a chance to embrace new strategies and build momentum for success. Whether you're navigating through classroom challenges, supporting your children at home, or helping to shape or reshape your communities, this is the perfect moment. The perfect moment to start again. The perfect moment to recharge, to reshape, refocus, and reunite. Reunite your purpose in education, learning, and teaching. So, on today's show, we're going to explore ways to handle stress, to boost navigation, motivation, and strengthen the skills and mindsets that will help us to achieve a productive school year. It's all about starting off strong. It's all about staying inspired, staying motivated, setting a change for meaningful growth in every part of our educational journey. So, I'd like to share a bit of my educational journey with you and why I'm so passionate about helping others. As a beginning teacher and moving from working in early childhood into working in public schools, it was a bit of a change. It was a great challenge. However, it was a change that I was willing to face, and it certainly came with learning experiences. And so, as I navigated my way through these challenges, I learned that I'm not a superhero, but I am a super person. I dedicated the rest of my educational journey in learning how to help other beginning teachers. And now, as a principal, I enjoy helping my teachers. I enjoy helping my students. And I enjoy helping my teachers to learn how to help our students learn to thrive. And I'm not the expert. I am, however, kind of a bridge builder. I'm a bridge between the parents, the students, and the community as I dedicate this journey to helping others to thrive and achieve. Whether you're a student, an educator, or a member of the community, we're all here together to help our students to get it together, live in full expectancy. So let's get ready and set our minds for a year of learning and growth. Welcome to Get Life Educational Empowerment. I'm your host, Sherida Suggs, and I am thrilled to start off this brand new year with you here at Awesome Radio at WECU 107.5 FM and our AM station We're going to go into a commercial break and we will be right back. When we return, we're going to talk about how January is going to be a new month with fresh opportunities and ways that we can build our mental health to help us to power through the school year, to power through 2026 in education together. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Get Life Educational Empowerment Program. I am your host, Sherida Suggs, and I am delighted to have you here with me on Awesome Radio, WECU 107.5 and 1570 AM. This January 2026 is a chance to recenter, refocus, and recommit to educational success. Whether you are a teacher navigating through lesson plans, a student preparing for major assignments, or end of grade testing, if you're a parent supporting learning at home, or a community partner helping to build strong schools, this is your moment to get it together and live in full expectancy. The season ahead brings more learning, more growth, more studying, and more milestones, but it doesn't have to bring burnout. Today, we're going to talk about how to stay motivated, how to pace ourselves, how to work smarter, not harder, and how to cultivate a mindset that helps you to finish the year not stressed, but strong. Strong and ready to dive right back in to the next school year after a summer of rest. On this broadcast, we're equipping one another with real strategies, real encouragement, and real empowerment to make the second half of the school year our most impactful yet. So, together, we're going to learn how to reset, recharge, and rise because educational empowerment is not just a goal, it is a lifestyle. So settle on in and let's begin this journey together as we press that reset button and step into the remainder of this school year with excellence, energy, and expectancy. As we move into this new season of learning, we must acknowledge something that's very vital: mental health. Mental health plays a major role in the success of our schools, our families, and our communities. When our minds are healthy and our hearts are supported, we learn together. We teach better, we lead better, and we strive better. So today, along with empowerment and success, we're also exploring. We're exploring simple, real mental health strategies that'll help us to maintain balance, motivation, and resilience during a stressful school year. So, I want to start by asking you a simple question. How are you really doing? How are you really doing today? Not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. See, often we rush through life neglecting our own inner world. Mental health is a foundation for everything that we do: our relationships, our work, our creativity, and our overall happiness. And I have to admit that I too have a big problem just slowing down, taking it easy, and focusing on myself. As an administrator, I often find myself putting myself last. And as a result, it has really caused lots of undue stress. This undue stress is something that I don't deserve, nor do the people around me deserve. So today we're going to talk about how to protect our mental health. See, mental health is not just the absence of mental illness. It's about cultivating a sense of well-being. Mental health is not just about self-care. It's about resilience and balance in our own lives. Mental health is just as important as physical fitness. It's a mental fitness. It requires practice, it requires attention, and it requires care. So, today, I want to talk about why positive mental health is so vital. And I'd like to share with you some practical strategies to nurture our mental health in our daily lives. So, at the end of this broadcast, I hope that you, our students, our parents, our guardians, our families, members of our communities, I hope that you feel inspired to actively care for your own mental well being and leave with tangible tools that you can start using immediately. So, let's start off talking about why is mental health so important? Mental health matters because it affects everything that we do. Good mental health allows us to think clearly, make decisions, and be effective with others. Studies show that individuals with strong mental health are more productive and more resilient when facing challenges. Mental health impacts our physical health. Did you know that stress and anxiety can affect our sleep patterns, our digestion, our immunity, and our heart health? Conversely, positive mental health improves our physical health. It improves our vitality and our overall longevity. When we don't focus on our mental health, and our self care strategies, it causes us to have high blood pressure. It causes us to have belly fat. It causes us to even lose hair. So we have to learn how to operate with positive mental health and motivational resilience. Life is full of its ups and downs, and those who cultivate mental health well being are better equipped to navigate through those setbacks that life brings us, to manage conflicts, and to bounce back from adversity. Mental health also strengthens relationships. When we understand and regulate our emotions, we learn how to communicate better. We learn how to have greater empathy for others and better compassion for others. And it also helps us to foster deeper connections. So, today I want to talk about those common mental health challenges that we face. It's important to acknowledge that mental health is not a straight path. Many people, especially those in education, experience stress and burnout. We experience anxiety and worry. There are those that experience low self esteem, specifically our students, and depression or persistent sadness. You see, recognizing these challenges, it's not a sign of weakness at all. It's a step towards self awareness and growth. Accepting our mental health state without judgment of ourselves allows us to take proactive steps towards improvement. I want you to remember that you are tuned in to Awesome Radio Network, broadcasting on WECU 107.5 FM and 1570 AM, as well as WNOS 102.3 FM and 1450 AM. Hey, you can also watch us live on Awesome Radio, Facebook, and YouTube. Stay right here. Don't you go anywhere because when we return, we're going to be sharing uplifting and positive affirmations designed to help our students, educators, families, and students, helping everyone to press reset, helping everyone to stay motivated and to thrive for the remainder of the school year. I am your host, Sherida Suggs, saying we will be right back. Join us with Get Life Educational Empowerment. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. You're tuned in to Get Life Educational Empowerment right here on the Awesome Radio Network. I am your host, Sherida Suggs, and I am so thrilled that you are still here with us as we continue filling your day with motivation, excitement, and empowerment. We are diving right back into tools and strategies, as well as inspiration that helps our students, educators, and families, as well as communities, to get it together and live in full expectancy. So, buckle up, stay engaged, and get ready because the best part of the show is just getting started. Hey, let's jump right back in. All right, family. So it is time for a keeping it real moment because here at Get Life Educational Empowerment, we don't sugarcoat the truth. We empower through it. So let's be honest. Education can be stressful, not just for students, but also for teachers, parents, and the entire community. And if we're going to get it together and live in full expectancy this year, we have got to call these stressors out so we can take control of them instead of letting them take control of us. So let's talk about stressors in our schools. So there is an overwhelming workload for teachers. I, as an administrator, will be the first to admit to that because I used to be a teacher and the workload is very overwhelming to me as an administrator. Therefore, I try my best to lighten the load for those in education. We have large classes, limited resources, behavioral challenges, discipline concerns. How many of you are in the educational system as teachers and you have to face every year with new curriculum changes, constant updates, new admin? How about the academic pressures for students to perform well? There's testing anxiety for students, teacher shortages, substitute changes, and let's not forget the shortage of bus drivers and the pressure to do it all with limited time. There are stressors for families, helping children with homework after long work days. Mom and dad are tired. Mom and dad have to come home and cook, but we're too tired, so we order DoorDash or pick up a pizza. How about balancing school schedules with family responsibilities? Let's talk about all the games and the extracurricular activities, the band and the after school practices and the rehearsals. There's limited accesses to tutoring and academic support. Hey, how about the communication gaps between school and home? not to mention the financial stress. There are school fees that parents have to pay. Parents have to buy supplies. Parents have to provide transportation for students. This requires gas. Teachers don't get paid a lot. And then there's the pressure for guardians and grandparents to learn how to navigate technology on these new platforms. Then there are the stressors that lie within our very own communities. Children are getting killed and shot. There are limited programs for students. There's safety concerns within our very own neighborhoods. There's lack of parent and community engagement opportunities. There are economic challenges that impact school support. We have so many parents that are afraid that they're going to lose their jobs because there's a bus driver shortage or because a bus driver is sick and calling out and the parent has to provide alternate transportation for the students. And then it causes stress within their jobs because they're afraid they're going to lose their jobs. Hey, we have to be here at 7 o'clock a.m. every morning, but I have to leave because I have to take my child to school. So parents are looking for ways to get help. There are so many Facebook posts that I see where parents are literally asking strangers to provide transportation for my child. Can somebody babysit my child? The transportation barriers are affecting our student attendance. And students, if they're not present, they can't learn. Then there's a difficulty providing mentorship and after school support. Here's the real truth. All of these stressors, they're real and they impact our ability to show up fully in education in one way or another. So here at Get Life, we don't stay stuck in a problem. We get it together and we find solutions. We empower each other. So I'd like to pause for a moment and tell you that, hey, if you have any ideas, leave them in the chat on our Facebook live broadcast. Please email us at getlifeempowerment@gmail.com. Get Life is spelled GIT, life, LIFE. GITLIFE, empowerment at gmail.com. If you have any ideas, feel free to share them with me because together we can help our students to thrive. We can come up with solutions to come up with these stressors. So, today's show also reminds us that we're not alone. Your stress is valid, and together we can turn pressure into purpose. Before we jump into positive affirmations, let's anchor ourselves in this powerful truth that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13. This verse reminds us that no challenges, school or work is too big when we rely on strength beyond ourselves. It empowers students to persevere through tough lessons. It empowers teachers to stay inspired throughout the challenges, families, and communities. It inspires you to support one another, to encourage one another, and to remain resilient. So, with that in mind, let's lift our spirits and focus on the positive as we affirm ourselves and affirm everyone in our educational journeys. So, let's talk about mindfulness and meditation for a moment. So, practicing mindfulness helps to keep you present. It helps to reduce stress and overthinking. Meditation can be as simple to 5 to 10 minutes of deep breathing, a quiet session, or simply prayer. The benefits of meditation and mindfulness: it lowers stress hormones. Let's take a moment to just breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. You will find yourself feeling so much better with simple breathing exercises. It improves our focus and enhances our emotional regulation. So, as we dive deep, let's talk about more strategies that are practical and actionable, like physical activity. Exercise isn't just for the physical body, it releases endorphins. A 20-minute walk or stretching routine can make the difference. How about our healthy sleeping patterns? Sleep is critical for brain functioning. Try to get at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep each night, even if you have to tell yourself to stop and go to bed. Turn off that social media, turn off those phones. Getting sleep helps to improve emotional imbalance and it helps to increase energy. Avoid screens before bed. Turn off that television. Put that phone down. Say a prayer, breathe, and create yourself a calming bedroom routine, such as reading. How about our social connections? Positive relationships are protective for mental health. Spending time with supportive friends, families, or community groups really increases and improves our social connections. So, share your feelings with your friends. Share positive experiences with each other. Have a laughable moment as it reduces stress and it fosters a positive relationship and belonging. And speaking of positivity, let's think about positive thinking and having an attitude of gratitude. Let's focus on strengths. Let's focus on solutions. Let's focus on accomplishments. Let's focus on celebrating moments of the day that we achieve or accomplish something small. Have you ever considered keeping a gratitude journal or taking a moment each day to reflect on the things that we appreciate? Many times, I have to stop myself throughout the day to just say, thank you. Thank you for the good things that just happened. Because it is so easy to focus on the negative. It is easy to focus on what's not happening for us. So let's talk about those deep breathing exercises like the one that we just did. How about progressive muscle relaxation or visual techniques? Let's learn how to identify the triggers and respond proactively rather than responding reactively. Professional support is also very helpful. Many times people kind of shy away from therapy, but I have found that finding someone to talk to is very helpful. Get it out of your system and then move forward with positivity and solutions. So don't be afraid to seek therapy or counseling. That is a sign of strength. Always remember that. Mental health professionals can provide guidance. They provide coping tools and support for difficult challenges. Creative expression is also a way to balance our mental health. Engaging in hobbies like art, music, writing, or poetry. Creativity allows emotional release and self discovery, and this contributes to our own well being. I'm going to pause for a moment to take another short break. Remember, you're tuned in to Awesome Radio Network, broadcasting on WECU 107.5 and 1570 AM, as well as WNOS 102.3 and 1450 AM. Thank you for tuning in to Get Life Educational Empowerment. Don't you dare go anywhere. We're going to be right back. Welcome back. You're tuned into Get Life Educational Empowerment right here on Awesome Radio Network, broadcasting on WECU 107.5 FM and 1570 AM, as well as WNOS 102.3 FM and 1450 AM. Don't forget, you can also watch us live on Awesome Radio Facebook and YouTube. So, right now, we're going to shift our focus onto something positive and powerful, those daily affirmations. Because the words that we speak and the thoughts that we nurture help to shape our mindset. It fuels motivation and it empowers us to overcome challenges, whether those challenges are in the classroom, at home, or in our communities. Affirmations are not just feel good statements. Affirmations are tools to help students, educators, and families to press reset, stay focused, and embrace their potential for the rest of the school year. So, let's take a deep breath, open our minds, and get ready to receive and repeat these affirmations because this is your moment to empower yourself and everyone around you. So, I'm going to provide positive affirmations for students, educators, and community members. Students, I want you to understand this January, this 2026, this moment is your time to shine. Remember that every challenge is an opportunity for growth. Every mistake is a blessing, and every effort you put in moves you closer to your goals. Repeat these affirmations and own your power to succeed. Say to yourself, I am capable. I am confident. I am growing each day. Say to yourself, I don't have to be perfect. Progress is enough, and I am enough. I can ask for help. I am not alone. I have what it takes to succeed this school year. My mind is powerful and I can focus. and I can achieve. For educators, I want you to understand that you can take a moment to breathe and recognize the incredible impact that you make every single day. Without teachers, there would be no teachers. Without teachers, there would be no doctors. There would be no nurses. There would be no firefighters. There would be no bus drivers. There would be no radio broadcasters. We need teachers so that we can learn, navigate, grow, and become the best that we can be in life. Teachers, educators, your dedication, it shapes futures and it inspires greatness. We need you, educators. Don't you dare think that you do not inspire. Not only that, but you also motivate. Educators, I want you to say out loud so that you can hear your very own words, so that you can hear your very own positive affirmations. Say to yourself, I am making a difference, even on tough days. I give myself permission to rest and recharge. I'm going to say it again because even as I speak to you, I speak to myself. I give myself permission to rest and recharge. I am equipped, creative, and capable of handling challenges. Each and every day, educators, say to yourself, I have purpose. My work matters. I am valued. I am needed. I am appreciated. For our families and communities, I want you, our parents, our caregivers, our community members, our support specialists. I need for you to understand that your guidance is the foundation for the success of our students. Take these affirmations and let them remind you that your efforts matter. Your encouragement makes a difference. And together, we can build stronger communities. Community leaders, I want you to say out loud so that you can hear it. I am doing the best that I can, and what I am doing is enough. I create stability, love, and support for the children in my life and the children in my community. I am a partner in education, and my role is powerful. I can learn new strategies to support success. Together, we create a community of achievement. Listeners, we are an educational empowering village, and together we will bridge gaps and build futures. So, let's dive a little bit deeper into daily habits for sustaining positive mental health. To make these strategies successful, consistency really matters. Small daily habits add up. So, I want to encourage you to start each day with intention. This January, this 2026, perhaps try waking up just a little earlier to take time to meditate, to take time to pray, to take time to reflect. This year, I want you to take regular breaks from work. Take regular breaks from screens. Try to eat nourishing foods that support brain function. And at the end of each day, I want you to take a moment to reflect. Reflect on the successes that occur during your day, those moments that you were able to rejoice, those moments of celebration. I want you to take time to focus on something positive. These simple actions will create a ripple effect. You will find yourself doing this more easily each and every day. Remember that improving mood, resilience, and energy over time really positively improves our overall health. I want you to understand that building resilience and mindsets is providing yourself the ability to bounce back from adversity. Mental health is closely linked to resilience. So, let's talk about a few strategies that will help us to build resilience. So, let's think about how we can reframe challenges and turn them into opportunities for growth. Let's learn to operate with a growth mindset. Let's practice self compassion. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't self criticize, but instead provide yourself positive affirmations and give yourself positive criticism and credit that you deserve. Set realistic goals and celebrate the small victories that you make. Maintain hope as well as a sense of purpose each day. Remember that you matter, even in the difficult times. Mental health is not about perfection, it's about providing yourself balance, self awareness, and making progress. So, I really want you to remember that our mental health is a great asset. The power of the mind, it is so strong. It is so important to helping us to be present and to be there for others, to be there for those that truly need us. If you're not there, then that means that something is missing from someone else's life. So, in order for us to be present, we have to give ourselves grace. So, let's invest in the benefits of positive mental health and the aspect that it has on our lives. From those positive working relationships to creating yourselves the ability to have overall joy. Having a positive mindset is obtainable, but it does require attention. It requires care and it requires practice. Challenge yourself to start off small. Pick one strategy a day. Wake up and pray. Wake up and meditate. Wake up and reflect, meditate, stretch, drink yourself a bottle of water. Take a nice warm shower. Get dressed and get dressed for success. and tell yourself, I can make it. I want you to remember the Bible verse. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. You better tell yourself, start small. Perhaps try a little meditation throughout your day. Take a moment to just pause. Have a attitude of gratitude. Be thankful for those small victories. Find someone in your life that you can call and say something positive to. Let someone know that you appreciate them. Let someone know that you see them. Let someone know that you notice the great things that they are doing. Lend a helping hand to someone else. You know, oftentimes I find that when I help others, it helps me to find motivation within myself. Because seeing someone else smile because of something that I did, it just gives me great joy. And that joy is my strength. Get active, get physical, take a 20-minute walk. Go ahead. You'll see that it increases those endorphins. You'll see that it gives you a breath of fresh air. Try to make that commitment during this 2026. Over time, these steps will create meaningful change. Your mental well being is well worth it. You deserve to feel good. You deserve to thrive. You deserve to live a life full of resilience, joy, connections. Let's make mental health a priority this year and each and every single day. For students, I want you to take some brain breaks. Stay organized. Pause during a study time and help your mind to reset and improve focus. Stay organized. Use planners. Use phone reminders to reduce the stress of trying to remember everything and the possibility of forgetfulness. And when you find yourself overwhelmed, know that you can talk it out. Share your concerns with a trusted adult, such as your parents, your homeroom teacher, a school counselor, any teacher, or your administrator. You don't have to carry that stress alone. Practice celebrating those small wins. Stay motivated. And for educators, remember to set boundaries, protect your personal time, and avoid bringing every single task home. I do know that there are some things that we have to finish, but take only that one thing home and leave the rest at home, at work. Because I guarantee you that when you return the next day, that task will be there waiting for you. Your rest matters. Remember that as I speak to you, I am speaking to myself. Use micro moments of calm, deep breathing between classes. Hey, take a small walk during your planning or use a quiet reflection time. Find a quiet space that can really reduce the burnout. Please remember to work together as a team. Be willing and ready to work with other people that are a part of your community. I would like to thank you so much for tuning in to this broadcast. You are tuning in to the Get Life Educational Empowerment broadcast with Sherida Suggs on Awesome Radio. And I thank you so much for tuning in. So until next time, get it together and live in full expectancy.